Hello everyone and welcome to another brand new Diecast Emporium review. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing a new for 2022 Diecast Masters Transport Series model. This is the 1/50th scale Frontier Tank Lines tractor and petroleum trailer. The item number is 64190. This is a limited edition model and each of them come with a serialized number. Alright. Let's begin the unboxing process. As you can see, it comes in a brown outer shipping box. On the side tells you what is inside. You open up one side flap. Doing so reveals the model's actual packaging and box. Here you can get a good look at that. Frontier Tank Lines, 1/50th scale. The Kenworth tractor and the Heil tanker trailer is visible there. Specifically, the Kenworth is a T880S tandem day cab with pusher axle, and the trailer specifically is a Heil FD 9300-DT/C4 petroleum gas tanker trailer. All right, continuing on with the unboxing. If you've never had a Transport Series models before, they come with a finger hole on one side that allows you to, well, stick your finger in the finger hole, pull out the model. First thing out of the box is the Diecast Masters Transport Series catalog, and in this catalog, you can keep up to date with all of the releases in the Diecast Masters Transport Series collection. Inside, on the top of the black foam rubber, you can see the model inside. All right, first thing out of the box is our Kenworth T880S tractor. Next thing out of the box is our Heil tanker trailer. And the only other thing present in this box is a piece holding your exhaust stack tips, which you do have to remove one piece of tape right here to get to. And when you do that, you can see the bag. Here are your optional exhaust stack tips, which you can see there are 2 sets for a total of 4 that you can put on top of the exhaust stack on the tractor. Okay, let's begin the assembly process. Let's take 2 of these exhaust stack tips. Let's make sure we've got 2 of the same ones. So let's grab with the 2 smaller in length ones. You can see that there's a knob at one end. Drop them into the top of your exhaust stacks. They will lock in with a satisfying click. You can angle them, as I have, off to the side, or you can move them to the back. The preference is entirely yours. Once you have done that, the basic assembly is complete. Now, let's start the review with the tractor. Okay, taking a look at the tractor up close, you can see on the door, it does read Frontier Tank Lines, Dallas, Texas on the door. T880 is decaled below it. There's also a door latch to access the cab. Moving along, you have diamond-plated texturing right in front of the 5th wheel. Now, this 5th wheel is part of the functional aspects on this model. If you've owned any Diecast Masters Transport Series, you already know ahead of time what I'm going to say. This does slide backwards and forward to accommodate your other trailer's kingpins. Additionally, there is a drop or lift axle. Diecast Masters calls it a pusher axle. This can be raised or lowered, depending on if you want to use it, and it also can be angled to one side if you want to mimic some steering. Moving the truck to the front, you can see the Kenworth T880S grille. It is chrome, and also a chrome bumper. There is a simulated tow hitch at the front. Here's the Kenworth badge. You can see inside the cab is detailed with a operator's or driver's seat and a passenger seat, as well as a steering wheel with the Kenworth badge on the horn. Moving over to the right side of the cab, it says the same thing, Frontier Tank Lines, Dallas, Texas, because this company is headquartered in McKinley, Texas. In fact, they provide fuel transportation throughout Texas as well as 9 additional states. Nice to see that represented. On the back, you have black flexible rubber mud flaps. There is also a tow hitch or trailer hitch at the back of the truck should you want to use that for something. Taking a look at the details underneath the chassis, you can see the different tread patterns on each of the different wheels, whether they be driven or not. All right, functionality for the tractor portion. I already mentioned the 5th wheel can slide back and forth, so right now let's demonstrate some of that. We will move it a little bit towards the rear, or we will even center it, as seen here. You can open your doors on your cab. Both the driver's door and the passenger door will open to a very wide angle, and you can close them. You can also open the hood to reveal a black PACCAR motor, which you can see there. I already mentioned the functioning fifth wheel. You can drop it or lift it and clip it out of place. So right now it is lifted, so it is not grounded with the other wheels, but we can drop it so that it will be grounded, and now you can see it's moving with the rest. Taking a look at the front axle, that also features a good range of steering, whether you want to go straight ahead, you want to turn left, or you want to turn right. You can achieve all of those with ease. That's the detail and function of the tractor. Let's now move on to the trailer. The first thing you will notice about this Heil gas tanker trailer is that it is chrome. It is beautifully presented. You can see your reflection in it. You can see the decal of Frontier tank lines. You can see the DOT striping all throughout. You can see all of the different locations where you can plug in your different lines for where gas would be taken out and into the pumps in the ground. On this side, much of the same, with the exception of a opening fire extinguisher compartment, which you can see right here, and you can also close that shut. The mud flaps in front of the trailer have the Heil logo on them in red. You can see the same at the rear. Frontier tank lines, Heil trailers, and Heil trailers once again, along with your DOT striping, and your red, orange, red lights at the back. This side does feature its own bit of working and opening features, and that includes these two compartments right here, which you'll have to allow me to pull it closer so I can open them for you. This is best achieved with using the pointer figure that I have, the little pointer tool. That helps you to get them open so that they stay open. And if you did have some 3D printed or some small 1/50 scale tools, in theory you could put them in this compartment and then shut it closed for an interesting looking display. That's the detail and functions of the trailer. Let us now join the truck and trailer together so you get a good look of how the model should look as it's intended. And just like that, as if it's magic, I have the Kenworth T880 back. And here we have our Heil FD 9300/DT/C4 gas tanker trailer. We're going to hook him into our fifth wheel. Kingpin drops into the fifth wheel on the tractor. And as you see, you now have a completed and fully assembled model. As I mentioned when we were going through the review of the truck, you can slide the fifth wheel up farther. It just depends on where you think it would look the best. And if you don't want the Frontier Tank Lines liveried set, that means, of course, the set that has Frontier Tank Lines on the truck and the trailer, this set is available pretty much exactly as you see it, with the exception of the Frontier Tank Lines decals being removed. So it's entirely up to you whether you want the limited edition that's been licensed by not only Kenworth and Heil, but also Frontier Tank Lines, or you can just buy the set that is just a blank truck with a blank trailer. That choice is entirely up to you. That will conclude this Diecast Emporium review. I hope you have found it both insightful and enjoyable. Please let me know down in the comments section below. Until next time, take care, be well. I will see you in the next review.